classification of resources or the different types of the resources we are discussing with the different parameters or measurements. So on the basis of origin, it can be called biotic or abiotic. On the basis of exhaustibility, we can say renewable or non-renewable. On the basis of ownership, it can be individual, community, national and international. On the basis of status of development, it can be potential, developed, stock and resource. We discuss each in detail. On the basis of origin, biotic and abiotic. Biotic resources are obtained from biosphere and have life. For example, human beings, flora, fauna, fisheries, livestock, etc. Abiotic resources, all those things which are composed of non-living things are called abiotic resources. For example, rocks and metals. See the distinction between biotic resources and abiotic resources based on living or non-living things. Next, on the basis of exhaustibility, renewable and non-renewable resources, the resources which can be renewed or reproduced by physical, chemical or mechanical process are known as renewable or replenishable resources. The renewable resources may be further divided into continuous or flow. For example, solar, wind energy, water, forest, wildlife, etc. So that can be renewed or reproduced by physical or chemical, mechanical process also. So in the non-renewable resources occur over a very long geological time. These resources take millions of years in their formation. Some of the resources like metals are recyclable and some like fossil fuels cannot be recycled and get exhausted with their use. So it is based on, for example, minerals and fossil fuels. So the distinction between renewable and non-renewable resources it's based on its a possibility of renovation or reproduction. Some other type of resource is based on ownership, individual, community, national and international. Individual resources are owned privately by individuals. In villages, people own lands, whereas in urban areas, people own plots, houses and other properties. For example, plantation, pasture lands, ponds, water wells, etc. This term itself is self-explanatory. So, community owned resources, another resource is community owned resources which are accessible to all the members of the community. For example, burial grounds, public parks, picnic spots, playground, etc. All the members of the community can easily accessible. It is a problem. Another resource is national resource. Technically, all the resources belong to the nation. Country has the legal power to acquire even private property for public good. We have the recent example, that is during the time of COVID-19 or during the time of flood. The government uses private property or private resources for the public good. So all the minerals, water resources, forests, wildlife, land within the political boundaries and oceanic area up to 12 nautical miles belong to the national resource. The next resource is international resource. There are international institutions which regulate some resources. The oceanic resources beyond 200 nautical mile of exclusive economic zone belong to open ocean and no individual country can utilize without the concurrence of international institutions. So it is based on the international parameters, international instructions and institutions.